Hello, my name is Daniel O. I'm working for Red Hat as a technical marketing major. So today I'm going to show you what JBoss EAP extension package and how to install and how to use it on your multiple use cases. So we have a couple of takeaways from this demo. How to install JBoss EAP XP on EAP 731 server and how to deploy your microservice application to JBoss EAP with a MicroProfile specification. And last one is we're going to deploy that application to OpenShift container platform. So here's my local machine. I already installed JBoss EAP 730 and I'm gonna upgrade to 731 using patch stream first because that is compatible with the JBoss EAP MicroProfile XP. So next step, I'm gonna install JBoss EAP XP Manager that is managing your MicroProfile extension pack stream. So you're gonna see accept the new support and lifecycle policy pretty much faster than traditional JBoss EAP lifecycle. All right, the 731 EAP is patched properly. And next step, I'm gonna apply new patch stream EAP XP stream to use MicroProfile specification. So let me show you how JBoss EAP MicroProfile standalone configuration looks like. Just open a standalone -microprofile XML file, and you can see there are 6 new MicroProfile subsystem for tolerance and small open tracing, open API, and metrics, and etc. So I'm going to run JBoss EAP using this MicroProfile configuration. So now you will see the EAP 731 is running, and also the admin console is now available. So let's try to access JBoss EAP admin console. So first thing, you can go to patching menu, and then you can see, make sure the latest patch is available on your server, and there's no application deployment at all. So let's try to deploy new application. So this application is just simple MicroProfile application. You can see here, so just there are 2 endpoints based on RESTful APIs. So first one is JSON and the other one is XML. So XML return the XML format hello world text, and JSON will return hello world JSON format text. So let's try to build this application and deploy on top of JBoss EAP XP server. So we're gonna use the Maven plugin command line, Maven clean install wi-fi deploy. It takes a couple of seconds to finish deploy. So we just finished deploying this application. Now I'm going to show you just a couple of MicroProfile specification using API. The first MicroProfile API is metrics. So metrics expose a lot of the data from JBoss EAP server, even application itself. So I'm going to narrow down to call specific endpoint, like a JSON endpoint. You can see here there are no hit count at this moment. So I'm going to call the JSON endpoint to invoke the RESTful API. So you can see the hello world, the return code as we expected. You can saw that Java code earlier. And now we're going to call metric endpoint once again. Now you can see here the hit count is just increased to 1. So this is one of the good benefit of a MicroProfile extension pack, because you don't need to add any subsystem, and this capability is automatically enabled and activated. So you just need to use the metrics using MicroProfile expansion pack. So you can also export this metric to external Prometheus server. So next step, I'm gonna run the Jaeger standalone server on my local machine. because I want to show you the open tracing API based on MicroProfile XP. So go to admin console, just try to access the endpoint, but try to using admin console, you can see context root, and once you click on context root and their index welcome page, when you click on JSON hyperlink, and you can see the return code hello world as JSON format. I'm gonna a little bit make it bigger. All right, and let's try to go to the Jaeger web UI. So just I showed it already running on the Jaeger standalone server on my local. I'm gonna reload to find the service. The service name is the application artifact name as a default. So hello world-rs.org file, and you can see one request, and then you can trace some detail of this request, like a span out process or text, and you can find the HTTP URL or the some time, elapsed time, etc. So the tracing is one of the required capability to maintain your microservice application on the cloud. So this is one of the good feature of JBoss EAP XP. It's also available as a default. The last MicroProfile specification and API is Open API. The Open API path is already available, just like metrics. And you can see there are some documentation of this API, the URL and the path and the responses, etc. But this is not good enough to understand entire API specification. That's why the JBoss EAP XP provides Open API specification. In order to make it happen, we needed to add dependency on Maven project first, the MicroProfile Open API -API dependency. And this dependency enables you to create or add a new documentation. For example, operation annotation, you can add a new description on your API based on Open API 3.0 document. So let's try rebuild this application and deploy JBoss EAP server. And then I'm gonna retry to access the API endpoint. Now you can see the new description is displayed in the API documentation based on OpenAPI 3.0. This feature increase and enable you to create more comprehensive or understandable API format. So now we're going to deploy this application to OpenShift container platform. The first thing is I'm going to replace the EAP XP image stream with the old EAP image stream. The next thing is I needed to replace the OpenShift template as well based on EAP XP template to use the new image stream. So you can so let's create a new demo project on OpenShift container platform. I'm going to use OC command, like OC new dash project. You can also access to admin console or dev console to create a new project. So now I'm going to deploy a new application based our sample application. So there are a couple of things you should be aware of that. You can separate a build image and runtime image at the same time. This is one of the good features of JBoss EAP 7.3. So because sometimes you don't need to have heavyweight image like a Maven, a caching, or build image don't need or no required in a runtime in production environments. So let's go to OpenShift web console and the dev console. So you can see the EAP image just get kicking up to starting image build. Once you go to build menu, you can see the build is on progress, just like you saw earlier in the terminal window. So once deployed down, you can see a little bit the green circle, the blue circle, which means the EAP server is running up. So just like you can go to logs menu and the EAP is running up. Okay, the EAP just started. So let's try to access one more time to OpenAPI MicroProfile specification on Open Container Platform. The same result here. So get hello world JSON object is a new description based on OpenAPI 3.0 API document format. So just a couple of things. The new JBoss EAP expansion pack based on MicroProfile capability. Thank you for watching.